On September 24th, 2025, we pause to honor a group of extraordinary lives. Artists and authors, pilots and politicians, dreamers and doers, each leaving behind a legacy of creativity, courage, and conviction. Their stories span a century of human experience. From the battlefields of history to the quiet corners of imagination, they painted, wrote, served, taught, and believed, reminding us that a meaningful life is not measured in years, but in impact. Today, we remember them. Ashleigh Brilliant saw the world through humor and insight, and gave it back to us in a single, shining sentence. Through his Potshots cartoons, he crafted thousands of hand-lettered, philosophical one-liners that blended laughter with life's quiet truths. His work taught readers that wisdom could be whimsical, and that even in irony, there is kindness. At 91, his words still dance through time, small but brilliant sparks reminding us to smile, think, and wonder. Belva Davis broke barriers before many believed they could be broken. As the first black female television reporter on the U.S. West Coast, she opened doors not only for herself, but for generations of journalists to follow. Her coverage of the civil rights movement, politics, and social change gave a voice to the voiceless, told with grace, strength, and truth. At 92, her legacy is written not only in headlines, but in the countless lives she inspired by simply refusing to be silenced. Bill Ferrario's time on the gridiron was marked by determination and grit. A guard for the Green Bay Packers, he embodied the quiet discipline that anchors a team, strong, steady, reliable. His love for the game extended far beyond the field, where he mentored young players to play hard, stay humble, and never quit. At 47, he is remembered not just for his power, but for his spirit, the kind of strength that lasts longer than any season. Ira Gruber dedicated his life to understanding the strategies and human stories behind warfare. As a military historian and scholar, his work illuminated not just battles, but the people, soldiers, leaders, and societies they shaped. He reminded us that history is more than victory and loss. It's humanity revealed through struggle. At 91, his scholarship continues to teach, helping future generations understand the past with both intellect and empathy. At 100 years old, George Hardy's life stands as a monument to courage. As one of the legendary Tuskegee Airmen, he flew missions in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam, a black pilot who shattered racial barriers at 20,000 feet. His service wasn't just in combat, but in character, proving that equality and excellence belong together. At 100, Colonel Hardy's century of flight reminds us that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the triumph of purpose. David G. Kelly served California for more than 2 decades with vision and pragmatism in both the state assembly and Senate. He advocated for rural communities, infrastructure, and balanced governance. Colleagues knew him as principled and fair, a man who believed politics worked best when rooted in service, not ambition. At 96, his steady leadership remains a model for those who still believe in honest public service. Sidney Kirkpatrick lived where history and mystery met. An acclaimed novelist and biographer, he wrote with the precision of a journalist and the imagination of a poet, exploring the edges of truth and legend. From a cast of killers to his acclaimed works on art and spirituality, he sought meaning in the unknown. At 69, his voice joins a long tradition of American writers who turned curiosity into timeless stories. Margaret Markey served Queens and New York State with fierce dedication. During her years in the state assembly, she championed tourism, heritage, and the rights of survivors of abuse, work that demanded courage and compassion in equal measure. Her advocacy changed laws and lives, leaving behind a legacy of justice and empathy. At 83, she is remembered as a leader who never forgot who she served, the people. Sarah Jane Moore lived a life that defied convention and stirred national attention. Known for her 1975 attempt to assassinate President Gerald Ford, her later decades were marked by reflection and rehabilitation. She became a symbol of redemption, a reminder that even the most turbulent lives can seek peace and purpose before the end. At 95, her story remains both cautionary and human, a mirror of America's own contradictions. Patricia Crowther walked between the worlds of myth and magic. As one of Britain's pioneering Wiccans, she helped shape modern paganism, writing extensively about ritual, faith, and the sacred feminine. Her teachings invited others to see divinity in nature, to find wisdom in the turning of the seasons and strength in spiritual freedom. At 97, her passing from complications of dementia closes a chapter in modern witchcraft's history, but her influence endures in every circle and coven where her name is still spoken. Today we remember Ashleigh Brilliant, Belva Davis, Bill Ferrario, Ira D., Gruber, George Hardy, David G. Kelly, Sidney D., Kirkpatrick, Margaret Markey, Sarah J. Moore, Alzekles, Ozels, and Patricia Crowther. From war heroes to wordsmiths, from lawmakers to artists, they each reflected the depth of the human spirit, flawed, striving, and luminous. Their lives remind us that legacies are not measured by fame, but by the truth we live, the courage we show, and the beauty we leave behind. They are gone, but not forgotten. Their stories still light the way.